Hello and welcome to what is the climax of what has been a superb reunion weekend for Grey High School. I'm Finn Barnard, and with me shortly will be Adolf Groenewald, bringing you this exciting clash between Grey High School and Wynberg Boys High. We've finished the penultimate of 16 rugby matches now between the second 15s. All the hockey's finished, the debating, the surfing, the mountain biking, etc. And it all comes down to this, between two sides that have had fairly good seasons so far. Wynberg have only come and stuck one so far this year against Paul Boys High at home. They lost by 4 points, and since then have racked up some very impressive victories. The only result in common for these two teams so far this year, both Grey and Kes have played, both Grey and Wynberg have played Kes so far this year. Wynberg triumphed by 4 points at the Kes Festival in Johannesburg, and Grey with a more comfortable victory here on their home field a few weeks ago. But I think we're ready for a titanic struggle today. Both sides, I'm sure, are experiencing a few niggles. In recent weeks, Grey unfortunately lost 2 stars at Queen's College last weekend. Inspirational flanker CJ Greef unfortunately broke an ankle, and fly half marker Matt Easton broke a finger, and both will be sorely missed today. But two very eager replacements. LJ Dupree comes in at fly for Grey High School, played there the whole of his grade 11 year. He's been operating inside centre until now, and I'm sure he's quite keen to make an impact. The other change for Grey is that Laken Grey returns after a concussion, and I'm sure we're going to be in for an action-packed game this afternoon. We see now the Grey men lining up under the scaffolding upon which we're based as commentators. Captain Cornel Slabbert, and waiting for the Wynberg men to enter the field. Thankfully we're on time. It's a beautiful afternoon, but +3 it's been this week, but I'm sure in for a good game. Welcome that off.
The boys are pumped for both games from both sides.
Well, this is a very keen rivalry between these two proud schools. I think we're looking at our sort of 24th to 25th fixture. Wynberg, interestingly enough, will be looking for their second victory on this ground. I think the only one came in 2013. And Adolf, who are the guys we need to look out for today for the Wynberg side?
I think we definitely got, I think it's more, the guys have been growing last year, building. They've been growing as a team and been building in the off-season in these. I think it's a combined effort. There's a lot of team effort and cohesion going. The guys are really stepping up. So it's difficult to pinpoint who the stars are. I think everybody needs to give their 100% to really make the effort. And I think that goes from both sides. I think it's going to be one hell of a game today. And I think both teams want to show the spectators, their schools, that they want to come out victorious today.
We're seeing hundreds of old boys from all over the country and the world have come out to support the various sporting activities. Kicking off with a wonderful dinner on Thursday night and various activities through the week. The Selly concert, musicians in this first team, believe it or not. We've got a couple of musicians there as well. And yes, very proud of everything that's been on show, and it's wonderful to have a packed house here. And off, I'd say about 8,000 people.
Absolutely, and the atmosphere is electric. The people getting behind their teams, and I think everybody can feel the buzz in this lively setup here in PE today. The wind might play a little bit of a factor. It's died down ever slightly, but I think being in PE, the wind will always play a factor in the game, and the kicking boots will have to be on to make sure they get those 2 points or 3 points off the pass.
Seeing the width from your screens, folks, will blow from right to left. It's quite a breezy one today. It's been about 40 kilometers an hour most of the day. Second match, it did die down a bit in the second half, but it's come back with a bit of a vigor in the last minute or two. And we see the Wynberg men in the navy blue and white striped jerseys running through a tunnel. I think they're the tricks. Welcoming the guys on. It's been there part of the weekend. And Alf, it's incredible how much these games mean to these boys.
Oh, absolutely. It's great to see their heart and determination they put in. Even the game just before this fitting in the second team game, I think it was a massive battle between both games. And I think it's just going to escalate into this game. These boys are going to go for it.
So we're seeing 14A's Wynberg pipping Grey in the last minute. 15A's Grey pipped Wynberg in the last minute. And then 16A's Grey were probably against the form book, a very good performance from them to win for Grey. And then the seconds and thirds are also within a score. So it's been a cracking day of rugby, great level competition between these two evenly backed schools. And every single year is a cracking game, and I think this will be no different. Just a bit of a reminder, folks, if you are joining us on YouTube, you can also catch the game on Facebook. And please engage with us on Instagram too and on Twitter. Hashtag SSL Rugby, and let us know what you're thinking, how you're feeling about the game.
It's great to see that now that these games are being televised and aired on live media, and the people can view it all over South Africa, all over the world, and go online and watch their alma mater play and just support them and cheer them on wherever they are in the world.
That's incredible. Get those messages every week from our boys all over the world, to the UK, Hong Kong, the US, all over. They're really good to connect and enjoy the footage. I was having a chat with a bird from Dubai a few nights ago, and he told me how much he's enjoyed being able to watch his son play on Saturdays, even though he's far, far away. Wonderful innovation.
There's an interesting little thing happened here in the field now with the Wynberg boys being in the middle, and then Gray running on and almost making a circle around, and almost looked like a little bit of a hawk going there for a second.
But this is the great tradition. They do have a bit of a war cry before the game, and the silence will descend on the stand. The boys in the grab blazers.
Great support there from the boys' school, supporting their first team players.
Not sure why we're having another little huddle there. Three players pushing each other well there. Big Shaq Adams actually spent a couple of years at Wynberg as a junior school boy. His brother Tertian matriculated at Wynberg after 23 years here, and then he moved back to PE. Nice addition, over 127 kilograms, a tight head prop. He returns from a concussion today, along with flanker Laken Gray, who also returns from a concussion. So I think we're in for a good game, Adolf.
Absolutely, it's great to see this. This is an epic game. I think it's been building for a couple of months now, and these boys are ready for a big battle.
Referee Philip Bosch starts us off using the pink kit, and they'll do the premier for that one. Bounces short, and Wynberg play it. Around Adolf here to fill us in the names of the Wynberg boys.
Lamb coming, running there, number 2. So Jonas to make sure that structure is working nicely. Again, the number 10.
I'll turn over to Musa and Javon, and the big man running down the field here. Roller Pedro finds Laken Gray. Ryan Adams, questionable whether he would start this week. He's been struggling with a bit of a tummy bug. Thankfully, they make the game back. Off the ball stuff there.
Ball stuff there.
Yolisa Dladla carrying there. Roller Pedro. Debria
coming over the back line. Shows that Marnus, they're putting in the hit. Small knock there from Gray.
It's nice to see the boys using the ball great. Surprisingly, with the wind behind them, not choosing to kick for the territory. We call it Kerwin's corner down here, the left-hand corner. Kerwin Bosch made many teams suffer down here at Alth over the years. Put them back all day long in their half and make you want to come out and play. But then you get to run the ball. You'll know that as a coach and a player yourself. You'll rush it late early on, you want to challenge. Race of ascendancy, show the guys that you're here. And unfortunately, they'll knock Wynberg able to clear their lines. Although with this one, they'll be interested. I think they'll probably have to try to carry the ball. Probably expect a setup in midfield. I'm not sure what you think here.
Yeah, they'll probably play a midfield striker, then set up. Here we go. Singa Sia making the run in the middle there. Now coming wide with number 7.
There's a W Notcher on the team sheet here. I don't know if that a relation to Mr. Notcher playing for the Stormers?
Unfortunately not. As far as I know, he's not related. Definitely plays as hard as his name counterpart. But as far as I know, there's no relation. Again, Sia again carrying the ball there.
Interesting Adolf that Wynberg choosing to run a squad of 18 today. 3 guys not playing for the seconds.
I think we've had a couple of injuries and niggles over the last week. We've had, I suppose, Gray probably as well, had some guys coming back and we need to make sure that we look after the players. I think the conditioning. Here's an interesting run coming down the side there. The number 9, Monroe, running down there. Unfortunate chip didn't quite get over the play. It would have been interesting if that play came about.
Ron Adams with a good run. Debussy and Giovanna, and then Lana's got hands on. Gives the space. Can he find it? Giovanna should back himself here. Throws the overhead. Joshua stays in. He's got jet shoes. Oh, the ankle tap. All happening here, folks. Gray with a wide ruck, set a wide target here. Pedro, decisions to be made. He feeds Ludlow, who sparked the move. Pedro goes himself.
The ball's been stolen there. No, the ref says no, not releasing.
And he's turning the penalty around. Oh, he's talking number 8. Says no more of that. Philip, a very experienced campaigner, was in the Currie Cup circuit about 5 years ago. He's a deputy headmaster now, and I think is now stepping back into the fray. Wonderful to see these mature heads. Absolutely. Lovely seeing Jonathan Kaplan down in the Western Cape doing some school games as well. Yeah, Pedro finds a touch here, 5 meters out.
What is normally Gray's play from a line out? Going for the maul?
I'm expecting, look, all 7 in here. You can expect a drive.
Here we go. Looks like they're setting it up.
Laken Gray with a good take and a great defensive
really,
Wynberg.
That defense from Wynberg there, not allowing them to set.
Pedro, Elder de Prier. Oh, Micha through the gap, under the poles. And it's a great start for the men in the Azure Blue. They'll be very pleased with that. A bit of trickery there from them all. And the nifty little pass from Elder de Prier finds Mark Micha in space. And the grade 11 boy goes in under the poles.
Wynberg definitely needs to start talking a little bit more on that defensive line, especially in the backs. If that's going to be a problem today, it might be a long day here in PE. But I think the Wynberg guys need to find their feet, start settling, and just start playing the plays.
It's interesting with this strength of wind here. My experience at this school is you've got to get a big lead. And as much as 20 points, because you're able to, if your fly can find a bit of space, find a bit of grass, and it rolls and rolls and rolls into Kerwin's corner, it becomes a long afternoon. Now we see the replay. Pedro finds Elder de Prier. Some nifty work, the flat pass, and there goes Micha under the poles.
Nice dummy run there from the number 30, from Gray.
Mark son, for those cricket fans, his dad Flum, played a lot of cricket for Eastern Province. Part of that Currie Cup winning side with Kepler Vessels in 1989 and 1990. I was a lighty back then, Olaf. I do remember it. My dad was very excited for them to win that game. And Mark, his dad, an old boy, very proud old Grey, and he was ecstatic when his son got selected a few weeks ago for the first side. Kick hasn't carried there. Oh, Grey, knock on there.
That win is creating huge problems. Nice run there from number 2.
Jay Alexander.
Jason, one of the star players here. Here we come. Here's the notch running. Offload not going to hand. The ref said the ball went forward there. Knock.
It's interesting, the strategy. I'm not sure what the coaching staff of Wynberg are thinking, but you're going to try and keep ball in hands here. Got to try and go through the phases and just try and run, almost run the clock down to get the wind at your back. And as I said, I think it needs to be a fairly large score for Gray to have a lead at half time to gain parity. Interesting, there's one of our first comments on YouTube all the way from Sweden. Wonderful to have people joining into the game, and it's wonderful coverage on School Sports Live, which has definitely gone from strength to strength in the last 12 months. It is absolutely awesome and a wonderful feature of schoolboy rugby in South Africa. Ryan Adams straight to the try scorer Mark Micha. Oh, and off his feet there, not supporting his weight in the clean. Oh, ref saying holding on there. And yes, decision time for Wynberg.
Yeah, Wynberg love to maul. I reckon they'll kick for the corner and then set up that maul position and then see if they can drive this big grey pack back over that white line. They're kicking into the wind. That ball.
That's a great kick. Beautiful kick there.
Lovely kick there from Mr. Monroe, number 9.
One of the tallest scrum halves I've seen in a long time. He's probably got about 30 kilograms on his opposing number today, Ronaldo Pedro. Large man. The provincial coaches always get quite excited about a tall scrum half because of the box kick. He's got a better angle to clear his lines.
Yeah, set the ball. Let's see if they can set it. It has been set.
And Alexander goes close, yeah. Great defense.
Making it very difficult there.
Well, Warwick Griffin set the scrum off here. I think he was offsides.
There's advantage coming. Yeah, from the side is the call there. Side entry. Wynberg set the maul again. Going for the corner there. Grey supporters getting behind their school now, urging them on to have a solid defence.
Some of the young future Grey High School boys, the Grey Junior boys.
Fantastic take there in the line-out from Mazook Allen.
Oh, they're rolling forward.
He's
now
one of the players that have stepped up now from the seconds. The captain, there's a try.
Great reward there for a very well-structured drive from Wynberg. I'll be pleased with that. Looks like that man, Alexander, who's got over for the try. No, am I mistaken, Adolf? Got the scrum off in shot.
Yeah, I think the scrum off joined that more at the back and just general these troops to get over.
There's a confirmation. Jason Alexander with a try, and 7-5. Tough conversion chance here for Wynberg now, right into the teeth of the wind. And also the Cape Townians, you guys have got a fair share of the wind down there. Should be something he used to. Although I experienced a wonderful setting at Wynberg, neath the mountain, very picturesque. Can distract you as a visiting side if you don't wake up soon enough. If you're too distracted by the view, you might find yourself trailing there. And yeah, number 12 says Bryce looking for the conversion.
It's actually, I think, it's Devin Pretorius.
Oh, my apologies.
I think our program is slightly wrong, but it's how it goes. Devin Pretorius coming back from a concussion. Nice kick, drifting to the left there, unfortunately. Kicking into this wind is always going to be difficult.
The Grey want to lay the hammer down here. 7+5 after 10 minutes, 25 minutes left in this first half. And they've got to rack the points before it's their turn to play into the teeth of this breeze. Interesting, this is Grey's first home game. It's unbelievable, we're already in May. First team are playing their 10th match, and it's the third at home besides the festival, but the first home derby. And it's been a great occasion so far. Oh, knock on there, referee says, and Grey with a scrum deep in Wynberg territory.
Wynberg definitely needs to sort out those small little mistakes. It's costing them. And we need to go and play in Grey's 22 and the Grey's half and make them force the mistakes instead of becoming our own worst enemy in the process.
Comments here. A lot of Berg supporters catching the game live. Hope the Grey supporters are here at the ground, not at home watching their computers or television sets. And there's Pedro. Aljeta Priya. Mark Mechaki on the carry again. Gives it to Joshua Stays in this time.
Nice tackle in the midfield by Sia.
There's Laken Grey with a carry. Could have the big man back. He had two frustrating weeks on the side after getting a knock-on against Paul Rist down in Stellenbosch. Pedro with an interesting pass to Dladla, and he's been dispossessed. No. Managed to hold on to the ball. Wynberg making it very difficult on the ground.
Steal there.
Dimitri Giovanna. Oh, and he's got free, the big man.
Driving those big legs.
Plays Joe Lyon here. Come out from the second team this week. Breaks the tackle. Pedro goes short side. Ron Adams over in the corner. And a rich reward there for Grey. A dominant passage of play deep in Wynberg territory. And I think the coaching staff and Grey will breathe a sigh of relief, Adolf, after conceding a try just after scoring 12+5 with a conversion to come.
Now, Grey is definitely getting into their structural play and making the ball do their work. I think maybe they've got the advantage home. They know the pitch is slightly wider pitch than I think that we are maybe used to down in Cape Town, our home ground there at Wynberg. But you know what, if you've got the pace, let's use the width on the outside and let the ball do the work and let the boys play.
There's a replay here. Ronald Pedro looks right then left, and Ryan Adams easy as you like.
Chase Hermanis there, I think, just watching the ball instead of the player, and the player of Grey slightly shifting out there and getting the try.
Aljeta Priya taking over the kicking duty since Matt Easton's injury. Matty with an operation a few days ago to repair that finger. We hope he'll be back in 6 weeks' time. That's a lovely strike And that's over. Beautiful kick there from LJ de Brea. Young man setting possibly high standards for himself. Bats quite high up in the first 11. A couple of hundreds in the T20 competition. They came second in the land, or third in the land this year. And he'll be pleased to have a bit of a role here. And watching it through the poles there. Not even a smile on the face that off. Serious guy. And that kick hasn't gone 10 meters.
Yes. This wind is really making it hard. Wynberg needs to adapt quickly. They can't allow Gray to get too much of a lead. And they need to change their tactics and just bring it.
You've got to start looking for a bit of a stab quite low, try to force a knock on, or just kick it as hard as you can downfield. Try to create some pressure. Receiving kickoffs in this wind is not easy.
Absolutely.
There are sisters from Collegiate on their stand. The relationships we have with our sister school just down the road here from Grey High School. There's Ryan Adams, feeds Pedro. Mark Mechau, back to Pedro. That has been a little stabbed ahead. Great follow-up from Joshua Stazen. Battle on the ground here. And Wynberg have recovered well.
It's collected there by Wynberg. Liam Lutz now carrying up the ball with his red scrum cap there. Wynberg playing down the blind.
Great leg drive there. Oh, taking it a touch. Interesting, great using the carry in the control zone yard off. I'm surprised by that with this probably ball in hand is a tactic from both sides.
Absolutely, I think here you need to dictate the pace. I think the modern game, back in maybe our days, you played 4 or 5 phases, a knock or a turnover. Nowadays, the game has changed significantly. If you can keep the ball, keep the phase going, you can dominate and dictate the pace and dictate the game.
Growing professionalism, definitely a constant talking point in school rugby. Turnover ball here from Wynberg from the line out. Although Gray get it back. Warwick Griffin with some great work there, snaffling the ball back, and he's made some good yards here. Gray back on the attack. Shaq Adams, there's only one route for this man, which was sideways that time.
Wynberg getting quick up on that defensive line, rushing up, putting the ground the pressure. They need to make sure they put those hits in now. Another hit from Liam Lutz.
LJ de Brea, a bit of a shimmy. Beats the first defender, Gray. Decisions now, Pedro. Around the back leg, Gray to Captain Corne Slavic. Inspirational for the young man. Dumisa Butler feeds Dumisa Giovanna. To be second in the try scoring challenge run. He has 9 tries, trailing Joshua Stazen with 11. De Brea, all the show, go, gets off right away, but already.
That ball went forward there. There shows a knock.
Surprised the ref didn't blow for an early tackle. So Gray eager to get the ball away. Those little 50-50, I call them 80-20s or 70-30s. They drive me nuts as a coach. I don't know about you. Guys are convinced that Sonny Bill Williams, everyone here.
It looks like Gray is looking for those offloads, those sneaky little passes. And I think if you make the tackle, you make sure that boy goes down to the ground and just slow the game down slightly.
Something I had on is completing the tackle, making sure you put the man, get him on the ground so he has to release the ball.
Gray feeding to land. See her running the line. He should not go around with that. There's the first point, land with the ball again.
Oh, just throw it away. Matuweni now with the chance. Beats the first defender.
James Pierce on the ball there. Fortunately get clean out of the ruck.
There goes stabs it behind. Joshua Stazen. Oh my word. Very close there.
Lovely little run there from the 14. Great. Fortunately couldn't gather the ball. It'll be interesting to see what Wynberg's tactic is going to be in the second half when they play with this wind. Gray has been usually utilising this wind quite well.
Grave sides there, none of the other men not 7 minutes back. And Wynberg breathe a sigh of relief here. They can get some territory, get out of jail. Any men in the Wynberg side with a big boot here, head off?
Absolutely. Number 9, Monroe, he's got a big boot. Just get out of that 22.
Somebody head off, and I've seen him using the left foot in recent weeks, but also got a bit of a right foot.
No, absolutely. I think he's a very versatile player. Even in his earlier years, I think he's been shifted to wing and to centre, a variety of positions, and finally settle at number 9. Interesting play there from the front. Ref says looks like ball did not go 5 metres.
Free kick to Gray. The stand is incensed by that. No one more one-eyed than a boy in the stand with his mates watching his first team play. And Gray, decision time. I'm assuming the scrum is the call. Yes, they've called the scrum. The other man in the middle, he's shaking his head. He doesn't think that's the right decision. Incredible logistical effort here to get all of 400-500 boys down. Mike Engelbrecht, head of sports at Wynberg, and Neil Bielby at Grey High School, handed with aplomb, arranging the hosting and this absolute glut of fixtures. Rugby all day, hockey yesterday and today, with a myriad of other activities, and wow, these derby weekends are so special.
No, it's absolutely fantastic.
Oh, there goes West Days in.
Great line. Player not releasing the ball.
Rightly so there, referee Philip Bosch calling that he was held on the ground, didn't let go of the ball there.
Wynberg trying to get there behind their crowd, behind their players, urgent onto.
That's a lovely kick there from Monroe.
Jason Alexander setting up there, going for a 4-man line out here. Yes, that win.
Very bold decision to go for the back ball when the wind is blowing like this.
I think they need to consolidate. Alexander, number 2 there, needs to just make the call. The guys need to just make sure they bank a ball, maybe in the front, get the ball, and let's play with the backies, run the ball, use the width of this big field instead of letting it drift out there in the wind. The wind has definitely picked up quite significantly over the day.
Pedro to Priya, feeds Pedro, wide to Dalglish, dummies Franks, keeps going the winger, the left winger from Grey High School. Pedro down the short side, Ryan Adams, and Adams is in space. Oh, the offload, oh, and West Station just can't hold on there. Enterprising stuff.
As the foot went out there into touch. The linesman there, the flag is up.
Great playing with a lot of width here. Might be possibly a bit narrow in defence. Gray exploiting us that space out wide. Now the Bergmen trying to get into some song here. The cheerleaders organising something. Wynberg, they've opted for the scrum. And again now the pressure on these men. You've got to execute, be efficient in these situations, in these conditions. A festival a couple of weeks ago, the Saturday, a lot of sides were caught napping by the powerful wind out off, and made some interesting rugby. Some lopsided scores in one half and then the other way in the second, when as soon as guys change direction. There's Lamb with the offload, lovely hands to pick up that ball.
Sia picking the ball up there, ruck is set, big clean there. And the hand came out there, there's advantage, no advantage. Refs is a penalty, hands in the ruck there from Gray.
Javon is quite an abrasive character. Grey winning squad last year as a grade 10 boy. He's a year older than his grade. So Coach Miles very happy he'll be in matric next year. So we have another season of this large lad, 112 kilograms, about 6'5". And he quite likes getting stuck into a breakdown. Two Moms not looking very happy that they're here. No smiles on those dials, possibly underestimated the weather, getting a bit cold. Perhaps you go and get a cup of coffee down at the restaurant. And this half has flown by, 21 minutes gone. Grey with the lead 14-5 with the win at their backs.
There's the ball in the front, making sure. Number 8 there from Wynberg. Ingo Mahalu running up straight and making sure that ball comes out. Monroe playing Liam Lotz. Get another carry, another set play.
Tackle there from De Brea. You're seeing Wynberg a lot more direct in their players so far today. Gray looking for width. Wynberg very direct, setting a close target every time. And they've been efficient. Monroe. Now they're going wide. West stays in with a tackle.
There's a nice little offload there. There we go.
He's beaten him.
See, he's got nice feet there. Wynberg now on the front foot. Ball needs to come quickly now. Monroe setting up. Lotz with the ball. offload there to Inga. Wynberg need to make sure they get points on the board soon to keep in the running with this game.
And spilled free, refs his play on. Oh, and he's got hands on there, does the debate from Wynberg. Pedro trying very hard to get a turnover.
Still with the ball. Big hit coming there from Gray.
I think Griffin got a bit of a smack on the head for and holding on the ground. Great breather, sigh of relief here. Wynberg denied after a dominant period of play. Very, very effective on the carry. They've been getting go forward all day long, and Gray despairingly. So we'll see the replay here. Joe Lyons gets a hand on. And it's a great tackle from Ryan Adams. And it looks like Enrique Franks gets over the top of Demisa and Giovanna and managed to snaffle a turnover. Referee said holding on the ground, and Gray breathed a sigh of relief. Clearance kick takes him close to the high front line there. And yeah, the contrast is interesting. Wynberg very direct, some big strong ball carriers, and it's been a bit of a kiss situation. Keep it simple, stupid, be effective, and they've done it well. They're the Wynberg coaching staff. Very, very pensive mood amongst them at the moment. They'll be urging the lads on. Laken Gray, Ronaldo Pedro, LJ De Prea, Mark Michal. Wide pass to Enrique Franks, his first touch of the day, the fullback, and been held up. Great defence from Wynberg. Tackle rolling quite slowly away here. Slow ball management. Pedro feeds Andrew Dalglish, looking for some work here, the left wing. Makes a few yards. Pedro.
Gray is now going with a more direct play, having strong runners down the middle.
Oh, Ronaldo Pedro, show and go. He's got some afterburners. It's coming for Wynberg hand.
There's Bile now running down the middle for Gray. It's also a great runner with a more strong runner. He also loves his sevens rugby.
Advantage there. Great men laying hands on the referee, and now Wynberg with men out wide. They've decided to come back inside through their loose head prop. That is Voji. Apologies for the pronunciation.
Here comes the hands now.
Oh,
Alexander with a brilliant run. There we go, Wynberg. And Notch running down. That'll be a lovely try there for Wynberg.
Great word there from Shavanga. Reward for the turnover ball. Great, playing a lot of rugby in the own half in those couple of minutes. Surprised they haven't used the wind. And there'll be some chats under the poles there. Possibly some instructions from the coach staff, but Wandile Noche, he's rewarded for his try, rewarded for his efforts. Lovely work there again. Alexander very prominent, carrying the ball in two hands. Nice here, tight forward with the dexterity to carry and get the pass away. And at 14-10, Wynberg will be quite pleased to trail by 10 points, playing this stiff breeze. I'd say advantage him at the moment.
Absolutely, it looks like there's still one of the great boys injured. I don't know if it's
that's in Giovanna.
Giovanna, maybe a little neck injury there, shoulder maybe. Guys are checking him out. He has definitely been playing quite nicely up to this point. It'll be a big loss for Gray if he goes off.
Decision making there. Ambulance guys are having a long look at Giovanna, checking him out. I think it's possibly an initial concussion test going on. And Devin
goes for the kick here. There we go. Devin looks like he's sorted out the wind now. Much better kick than the first one he had.
And Giovanna's up and ready to go there. Gray supporters back on his feet. And 14 plays 12, and I think a fair reflection at the moment, Adolf.
Absolutely. I think there's been a ding-dong battle back and forth. Gray playing it wide, using the space, using their fast runners, and Wynberg coming more with a direct attack. The kickoff with the number 10 there.
Oh, that's been knocked on, unfortunately, for Wynberg. Players desperately disappointed there with each other. And Philip Bosch cool as a cucumber.
Wynberg forwards there really talking to each other, making sure that kickoff needs to go to hand. They can't afford to get camped back here in the just outside the 22. Gray firmly on attack, and then putting Wynberg on the back foot. They need to make sure they collect the ball and then run up and dictate the play to really make it harder for Gray.
Decision time, yeah. See Gray attack the open side. Something out of the training manual. Pedro plays to Prea, bit of insurrection here. There we go, wide to Dalglish.
Great tackle there by Notch. He's not scared to put in the big hits. hard player.
Ryan Adams, try scorer for Grey.
Great drive back there.
Good defence from the men in navy blue. Ball
It
might
was,
be
number
held up. Turnover ball. Adams very upright in the carry, and to the Wynberg's men clamped their arms around him, and they've held the ball up. And great defence again from the men from Berg.
Wynberg needs to just make sure of the scrum. They've been working hard with the scrumming this last week leading up to this game. I think it's one of the key set plays in the modern schoolboy game. If you can get good clean ball to your back line from a set play, the boys in the back absolutely love it, and they can then run and open up, and really, ref says, call, guys pushed up. Let's reset the scrum there.
The type 4s are a special breed. There's a Lucy. I didn't enjoy them. My dad's at Stellenbosch. You seem very irritated with these tussles. More interested in winning their scrum than actually winning the game most of the time, some of these buggers, Adolf.
Absolutely. It's
great scrum from Grey.
A strength. Nice little carry. It looked a little bit on the high side there onto Devin Pretorius.
Ref's got it.
Did go out. Nice strong carry there by one of the players of Wynberg. Number 7. Monroe down the middle. Now we're going to see a bit of pace there. Monroe pushing hard.
Oh, Pedro cleans up. Oh, not out though. Wynberg's back on the counter here.
Lamb made the catch. Notch carrying up the ball. There's space wide here when they need to move the ball. Number 1, Wudge, as they call it, Black Death. He carries up the ball there. That ball should have gone wide. Here we come now wide. Devin Pretorius with the carry now. Strong runner.
Grey with a very soft press on defence at the moment. It's quite surprising. Oh, there, Giovanna fronting up. Wynberg looks like a reserve number there, Adolf. Is that possibly number 16?
That is Pierce.
Well, no advantage here. Philip Bosch has got something. The arm comes out.
Pierce staying down there. Looks like has an injury. Calf injury by the looks of it. Maybe a cramp of some sort.
Well, KK, captain of the Titans, the Grey Fourth side, and shot there. Serious conversation. I don't think they're talking about the game though. Probably a young lady waiting somewhere to talk to him.
James Pierce, yeah, he's got the number 16. Usually considered one of the impact players, a very versatile player, prop, hooker, loose forward, strong runner, strong carrier, and he'll definitely not go off the field. He wants to stay on and keep doing it for his school and carrying the ball.
So Wynberg have opted for the penalty goal here. Back those points. Got 4 minutes left in the half.
Devin Pretorius with a kick here. The kick is over. Wynberg taking the lead for the first time this game now, 15-14. And the men from Cape Town would really like it if they can capitalize again, playing against the wind. They need to just keep those carries going. I think Grey would probably want to come back from this now and make sure that they get the next points on the board.
After a tough task chasing the game into this win for Grey, they want to try and get some points on the board before half time.
With the Bile low, they're running the ball. Little side step there. Liam Lotz now carrying again. Nice strong carry there. Wynberg quickly securing that ball. Monroe again darting down. That pillar from Grey shifting quickly, and he saw the gap. Lamb taking that spot there and scrum off. Forwards now. Pick and go, pick and go. Making sure Monroe can get back into the fray, into his position there at number 9, dictating the forwards, telling them what to go, where to go. Now they're going to the backs. Lamb setting up. Sia, fancy footwork there. unfortunately couldn't pass his player there.
Turnover is good. And Pedro with a chance here on the short side. There goes Mark Michal. Works hard there on the ground. Westhuizen has the clean. Gray, well, not panicky, but they need to try and get some more points here. Carry there from Captain Courageous, Corne Slabbert. Just on 2 minutes left. Prayer with a wide one. Oh, and Enrique Franks has slipped through. Will he pass? No, he goes on his own. Easy as you like it. Enrique Franks, he's the man for the big occasion. And he goes over for his first of the day, 19-15, a great strike back just on the brink of half-time. And rich reward there, the turnover came. Wynberg could control possession. The slow ball play was very good. Unfortunately, a bridge too far on the outside. Pedro, though, got the ball wide. LJ de Prayer with a wide pass. And Franks, slippery as an eel. He goes in close to the post with a fairly easy conversion for LJ de Prayer. And the great coaching staff will breathe again that off.
Absolutely, I think you can't afford, if your defensive line, especially nowadays, if your defensive line there, Devin Prittu is over-tracking, unfortunately, slipping the tackle, and the grey number, I think it's number 15, running through a lovely little step there. You can't afford to miss those tackles that close to your try line, and then there'll definitely be points on the board.
De Prayer, safe as houses, 21 plays 15, with just on a minute left in this first half, yeah.
The Wynberg boys will now have had their talk there behind the post. They want to correct those mistakes now. Come back. 1 minute there, I think it's 1 minute left, less than 1 minute, 40 seconds left on the clock. It'd be great if Wynberg can get at least a couple of points here just before the brink of half-time, going into the second half, or even no points, but then playing with the wind. They'll definitely try and use that kicking boot, and as Gray's been pinning them back in the 22, they'll probably try and do exactly the same. Monroe with a much better kick here at the kickoff.
Slabbert sets off, yeah. Beats one. Gray, well, looking to carry here again. To release that ladder, running into a wall though. Pedro goes. Oh, Shaq Adams with his first carry.
The Wynberg men love those hits, and double hit, especially driving the player back, get the legs pumping.
And
that's half time. That's the call. I think there will be a lot of talking happening from both sides. The strategy from Gray coming with the wind coming in their faces, and Wynberg, the coaching staff will have to have a chat and say, guys, we need to make sure we don't miss those tackles, and let's use the wind and pin Gray back into that corner, and let's go play in their half, in their 22, and hopefully can capitalize and score the points.
Well, folks, that's 21 plays 15 at half time. Wynberg stand in shot, and please don't go anywhere. Short turnaround, and we'll be back with the second half.
He gets ready for Saturday morning cricket an hour before he has to. He practices his swing, telling anyone who'll listen that one day he'll face the best cricketers in the world. His dad hasn't told him yet that they've got tickets to the upcoming test match. Protect your future memories by ensuring the one thing that makes your son's dreams possible: your income. Follow the link to learn more about Liberty's income protection. Liberty, the advantage of knowing.
Right, folks, we're back. School Sports Live here. Some of the highlights of the tries in the first half that you'll see now. There'll be first Mark Michal for Gray, opening their account. Sneaky move there. The Gray backline from a scrum.
Great maul there from Wynberg. Keep pushing, driving hard, the legs pumping. Coming down the middle. Try scored. Alexander, number 2 there from Wynberg. And I think Monroe was definitely there, really talking to his forwards what needs to happen.
That's Gray second. Roller Pedro popping just to the short side. Ryan Adams splashing over easy as you like.
Wynberg here, Alexander running strong there, slip tackle there, playing his play on the wind, Notch running down there the line, scoring the try. He's really stepped up into that 15 position with the injury from the usual player there with the kicking boot, Livy. He's been injured for a while, unfortunately. And
here we have Enrique Franks finishing off. It's a wonderful solo effort. Ball about 3 defenders to beat, and he managed to do the job over as Gray managed to regain the lead just before half-time. Final instructions happening from both camps. Huddles, lots of conversation. Lovely late afternoon weather here in Port Elizabeth at Gray High School. Culmination of reunion weekend 2018, and it's Gray who lead 21 points of 15 here, all to play for in these next 35 minutes in what has been a titanic struggle so far. Two evenly matched sides and a lot to play for. Adolf, I don't think this is over by any stretch of imagination. Tactics obviously will come into this massively. Gray chose to run the ball a lot in the first half despite the strong wind. And how do you think Wynberg will approach the second half with this tremendous advantage that they'll now have?
I think Monroe's got a great kicking boot, the number 9 there, little box kick here and there. He's a very elusive player. He'll look for the options, and his players will definitely know that, you know, that kick is going to come with this wind in our backs. And then we've got the runners there in the centre positions, Bile and Sia, and they love running. They'll definitely put a lot of pressure, chase that ball down, and try and put a lot of pressure on the number 15 of Gray. And then if they secure the ball, keep it in hand, they'll definitely come with those runners like they did in the first half, and just keep on bashing it up and working the Grace, trying to suck in those defenders, and then hopefully going wide and scoring tries in the corners.
You see the Wynberg men are spilling Berg on the stand there with using their blazers. Lovely to see how the guys, the cheerleaders, work so hard. I know our guys are constantly planning and meeting and trying to make things happen. Do a great job, they do. And of course that experience on the stands is a big part of these weekends. I always urge the boys who aren't playing team sports to get involved. The wonderful life lessons our boys learn, traveling, being hosted by the families, having to put themselves out there really puts them in good stead. And I think it's an advantage that boys' schools have over schools that don't engage in these sort of weekends. It's a wonderful, wonderful effort. And as you guys probably have, we love going to Wynberg every second year. Get on the buses early on a Friday morning, hosted out, lovely meal, and then a wonderful day of sport on the Saturday.
No, absolutely. I think it's always great to have this team camaraderie. I think I know I spoke to some of my boys playing in seconds, and they said, you know, they've made friends in grade 8 and they still keep in contact, and now they're in matric and they still meet up here at Gray and talk to each other on Facebook and social media, and they really enjoy the camaraderie and the team spirit, and the teams really getting to know each other after hours at home and then playing.
Bit of a shout out there to the seconds. A titanic struggle there. At the Grey side, we managed to hold out there, 31 points at 22. Cracking game, and another fair reflection of what has been a wonderful day's play here. Referee's looking for a ball. And now we are ready for the restart.
Monroe there, number 9 with the start again.
Beautiful high-hanging kick there. He's got about 5 seconds of hang time. Joshua stays in underneath it. Feeds Corn, they slub it. And Corn goes for a bit of a run. Gray on. Gray not supporting your body weight there over the top of the ball. Silly, silly, silly stuff. And Wynberg with a penalty. And a wonderful position here, Adolf, to lay a foundation.
I think, yeah, they'll definitely go for a kick for the corner. Set that driving maul. And then try to dominate this big Grey pack. Try and get that try.
He's found a good touch there.
The Wynberg boys making their way up. I think the call has been made. I think at this point a full line out there. Should go probably down in the middle, or use it like Luke drives to the middle. There's Rick Allen.
Advantage to Gray here, big turnover. Demisa and Giovanna getting hands on. I think advantage for Gray from the skew throw. No, the ref says no, played off your feet. We'll come back for the scrum here. And Gray breathe a sigh of relief there. Surprising, this Wynberg lineup has been metronomic in its accuracy so far. But again, it's where you want to be. 34 minutes to go, trailing by 6 points, down deep in that left-hand Kerwin's corner. They'll want to stay down that part of the field. Gray now, it's going to be a tough effort to get some distance on any sort of clearance kick. Wind's blowing right into the corner from the left-hand side. So I'm expecting a midfield setup here. Mark Michael, Wendy probably try and get over that advantage line, set a few phases and then look for the clearance. Bit of an injury here to Wynberg. It's number
Reese Price. It's also a very hard player from Wynberg, number 6. He would definitely not want to go off the field. There's very little body preservation. He gives 100% every single game.
Yeah, those 6 flanks have got almost psychotic personalities. No regard for their safety, flying into conic situations. But man, when you've got a good player like that, they make a big difference to your side. I think both schools have been gifted to have some very good loose forwards in the last couple of years. I think of Noche and Kolisi, a combination for the Stormers. Kolisi, of course, an old Grey, very proud of him, and Noche for Wynberg. And I think Noche at some point the national honours have to come. Super player. Hans Pierre looking very relaxed with the grey flag over his shoulders there. They've had quite a long break here. His time is on. And we'll set for the scrum, and let's see what Gray can do to get out of their own half. Interesting, we seem to have Wynberg haven't made a change. Wynberg scrumming with 7. The Gray 8th man is off the side as well. Goes close to Mark Michael. Oh, turnover. Turnover's good.
Devin Pretorius there with the ball. Monroe swinging wide. It's going to be interesting. Chaser Manus got man and ball there. They bring it back.
Oh, Alexander.
Throws it back there. Lamb with the ball now. Strong carry. Just short of the line. Devin Pretorius very excited about that.
Great over the midfield there. Mark Michael was dispossessed. And Wynberg, interesting enough, they scored that try with 14 players. The man has not been replaced yet. Getting up gingerly here on the side of the field and turned the ball over. One into the right, came back to the left-hand side, couple of phases and try time for Devin Pretorius. Now gets to try and convert his own try. There we, as we said, that off. The territory and possession equal points, and Wynberg now with the conversion to take the lead.
Interesting kick coming now from Devin Pretorius with this wind. Hopefully he's done his homework during the day. Maybe prior to the game, having a couple of kicks, reading that wind. Little curve from right to left, and hopefully he can swing it into that between the uprights. Add another 2 points to that scoreline.
Well, tough one, yeah, a little bit of a draw on a golfing term, I suppose. Try to push it towards the right and draw it in with the wind. Oh, lovely strike there. This is the corner, dear. And Wynberg, 22 points in 21 to take the lead. And Gray with a massive mountain to climb now.
And the Wynberg boys, I think the tails will go up now slightly, knowing that the wind isn't their back, and they'll just keep pressing that tactic all afternoon, and hopefully they can keep that pressure on the Grey now going into the lead.
Dupree with the restart, look for a deep one, wind has dropped for him, and lovely take there.
Wynberg now with the ball, number 6, Monroe now setting it up with his backline. Here comes the kick from Lamb. Great kick, using the wind, that ball's going to roll. And just outside, brilliant kick there from Lamb. And he made sure Wynberg is firmly on the attack now, putting that pressure straight back onto Gray. and let's see, maybe they can capitalize and put the pressure back, hopefully for a steal in the line out. They'll definitely push hard to make it difficult for the Grey to collect that ball in the line out.
On the far media corner, Slubbit. They want to find his pod. Latham Gray comes forward, middle ball. Off the top to Pedro. Nice Douglas turn to try and set it up. It's a better carry. Pedro looks to the left. And the ref says penalty there. Wynberg tackling it, running away. And interesting, bit of a coach getting mistake there. You'd want Gray now with a feed at the lineup if they do manage to find touch. Whereas Wynberg just let them exit your lineup in their half and you can keep attacking. A lot of coaches end up being quite bald, I think, because of pulling all their hair out over the years. That's a good kick there from LJ de Pre, and Gray gets a breather again.
It's been interesting to see over the day. I think a lot of the Grey boys practice a lot of kicking in this wind, and I've seen some really big boots coming from some of the Grey players, and the number 10 there from Grey, no exception. The steal there from Wynberg. Lamb with the ball, nice carry.
Straight to the advantage line again from Wynberg.
Great hands, chased on minus. Did that ball go forward? Ref says no. Wynberg still's got the ball. James Pierce with a carry there. Strong run. Sneaky little offload there. And that looks like number 11 scoring for Wynberg. With the Bile low. Great little trial offload there. There's an injury there. Player went down. But Wynberg is tightening the screws, using the advantage and using the width of this field to create the space out wide and capitalizing yet again. Score now before the kick to come, 27-21.
Fortunately for the supporters of the men in light blue, didn't make use of the wind. Wynberg 2 kicks in the first couple of minutes, and they've got 2 tries for their efforts here down to the left corner. 21-27 the conversion to come. And this man has shown he knows how to find the middle of the upright to the last kick. A slightly easier angle this time, closer to the 15-meter line. And Gray now, that mountain is getting almost like Everest in metaphorical terms. They need to find a way to win possession and to hold on to the ball. Wynberg 2 turnovers, 1 in the midfield and 1 from that line out. And that's been 12 points, maybe 14 with the kick to come.
Devin Victorious lining up his kick, making sure every point on a game like this will count. Nice little curve there, straight down the middle. That's another 2 points on the board. The Wynberg supporters in the stands are loving this, getting behind their team. They're still in that Berg position with the Blazers on and off. And great carry there, offload there. Now they're spreading it. Some interesting little passing happening there. Luckily it didn't go forward, with the Bilelo running over and scoring the tries for his team.
Oh, mistake there from the restart. Gray with advantage, and Giovanna picks up and has a crack. Good fight from the ground there, make sure possession. Gray with advantage. Michal looking for some work. Beats the first defender. Oh, he's lost it forward. No advantage accruing though. And Giovanna stayed down again.
Looks like the ref is going back for that first knock from the kickoff. I think it was Lamb or Liam Lotz. I apologize, Liam Lotz going for the catch, and unfortunately couldn't gather it. And the ball went forward. We're just going back for that play. It'll go for a scrum. And Gray is back, and they need to make sure they get points and use the opportunities in these situations.
Wynberg with a fairly healthy 8-point lead here, 21-29, bit of a stoppage. Demis and Giovanna being checked out again. Fizio sprinted on when he stayed down after his carry there. Coach Miles coming on too to have a look at what's going on. Bit of a conference. These men find their cell phones more interesting. Maybe they're watching the coverage on School Sports live on YouTube and Facebook. A lot of comments coming from our supporters in Cape Town. Keep them coming, folks. And from France, under 5586369. It's quite a mouthful, that little Twitter handle. Good to see that you guys are engaging and enjoying the game. And Giovanni, he's not going off there. He's stepping up and ready to go. Gray with a scrum. And I'm sure backline coach Jared Bates has got something up his sleeve here. Great game, don't have a wing on the short side, all in the midfield. I'm calling Josh Oosthuizen getting an inside ball here. That off. Good solid scrum for the men in blue. Not the greatest pass. The Predators set up in the midfield now. And Pedro's changing direction, going to the short side. That's Enrique Franks, first receiver, the fullback. Very upright there in the clean. Now Shaquille Adams with the first carry for him in the second half. Change direction again. Poor pass from Pedro. Dupre does well. Great hands from Griffin. Lake and Gray. Oosthuizen cuts inside. Oh, desperate tackle. He's still going. Now when a scrum off there, Pedro arrives. Goes to the short side. LJ Dupre. 3 defenders. Wynberg defense has been immense today. Pedro. Ryan Adams looking for some work here, the 8th man. Great double hit from Wynberg again. Pedro goes wide. Enrique Franks. Loop ball of Cornet. Franks, oh, that tackle was a bit high. Referee's got his arm out for advantage. Pedro changed direction again. And Javana. Good leg tackle on the big man. Pedro. Dupre. She's a hole. Good carry from the fly off again. Pedro. Cornet Slubbert. Pedro, there's a hole there. Oh, a big hit on him. And the ref says no advantage for the high tackle. Pedro taps in, goes quickly. Oh, great tackle from Wynberg. Pedro. Mark Michael. Liam Muttlewinning. And Muttlewinnings's over. Ding dong, we said it in the first half. And 26 plays 29. Gray with a long period of attack in the Wynberg half. And finally, that immense defensive move by Wynberg is broken. 26 plays 29 with the conversion to come. And off. I must carry on about the Wynberg defense. Their double hits have been absolutely incredible so far.
No, they're absolutely stepping up. I think must have had a long chat before this game to say, you know what, we need to make sure those tackles count. And they've definitely delivered. And so far, around those fringes, it is man and ball, double hits, and they drive in the legs. Unfortunately, their great player, getting over the line and getting points. This has been an absolute fantastic battle so far, and I think it is long from over.
That's right for Liama's dad. Yeah, anniversary of his father's death last year this afternoon. It's been a tough week for the young man, and getting a try. I'm sure Dad's smiling down on you, Liama. Was it a prayer with a very tough chance here? And that's Shea right across the face of the post. 26-29, Wynberg now. I'm calling a deep kickoff. Left-hand corner. And let Gray start all over again.
And this ball will definitely go deep from Monroe. Monroe talking to the umpire there. Maybe he's unhappy about something that happened there. Maybe just having a general conversation about the win.
No, I never had a chat to ref about niceties when I played. I don't think you did either. There we go, Monroe. That's a beautiful one again. Oosthuizen with a bit of work to do. And he sets off, beats the first defender. That's perfect on the 5-meter line. You have no angle as a kicker to clear. Pedro building a wall. I'll get early. And that's a fairly useful box kick for Ronaldo. Pedro finds some meters. Actually, I'm being a bit presumptuous. About 5 meters on the 22, and Wynberg now with an attacking lineouts again. And with their midfield penetration all day long, they've been finding go forward. Their midfield will be relishing this opportunity again, Adolf.
Absolutely, I think they'll go and they'll set up. But unfortunate ball.
Oh, skew throw.
That's an uncharacteristic mistake there from Alexander. He's usually pinpoint accurate with his throws. He'll definitely want in the next line out to kind of correct that mistake and make sure he gives good clean ball to those backies of Wynberg.
Interesting decision again, the back throw with this breeze. Surprising option. Gray midfield setting up again themselves. But Oosthuizen is lurking on the blind side here. Good tussle here, Wynberg putting a great pack under a bit of pressure. Wide from Deprier. Michal choosing not to offload, goes, sets a wide target. And turnover again here.
Wynberg now need to capitalize, use this ball.
Oh,
there's a penalty coming to Gray.
Breathe easy there, Mark Michal. It's the second time he's been caught in possession. Second time Wynberg have got hands on, but this time Gray managing a bit of a tit for tat turnover. And shot here, Nikki Nordia, the physiotherapist, giving Enrique Franks a bit of attention. He's an important man in this team. He's Enrique. Well, they've been getting back on his feet. Maybe some dead spray and some magic water. There we are in shot. A couple of faces for radio, if you ask me. Wonderful commentary here, or excuse the commentary, wonderful coverage from School Sports Live. Please keep engaging with us. Hashtag SSL Rugby. School Sports Live. It's not the only game they've done today. They covered the Bishops Paul Roos game down there on the Pali Reese, and Paul Roos again with another dominant performance. And my Adolf, I think a lot of sides have a lot of work to do to catch them as the number one side of South Africa this year.
Absolutely, I think there's such great teams nowadays. Even the teams that play in lower divisions, they really compete well. Here's a great Alexander with a great run coming down the middle. He's going to try and push all the way. Unfortunately, he's tackled there. Offload to Wynberg, one of his Wynberg players. They need to get this ball out now. There's options both sides. There we go. The ball needs to go through the hands. Lang with the ball. Here we go. Devin Paturi with the ball. Oh, unfortunately, bad pass there.
Interesting, Enrique Franks couldn't go to the tackle. It looks like his hamstring is gone. Great, not choosing to make the sub when the man who was detained 2 minutes or two ago, and he's probably going to have to leave the field now. Wynberg butchered that opportunity. See it again here. Runnels all over the show, a bit of a panic. Lamb, the pass a little bit wild. No, Lamb's pass is perfect. And then the wild one thrown in desperation, and Gray can breathe a massive sigh of relief after that mistake from Wynberg. Corne Slubbert. Wynberg turned over the last line up down this part of the field. Gray comes to the front. Oh, it's a messy ball. Wynberg, grab hands on here. Try!
Wynberg scoring the try there. Reese Price, the guy was injured earlier, collect that ball. He's always hunting the ball on a regular basis. A silly mistake there. I think the Grey boy should have gathered that both hands and slapping it. Wynberg capitalizing and they're scoring the points. Reese would be very happy with that. One of the great players in the team. He always is prepared to give 200%, and he just keeps on pushing. Devin Pretorius opportunity now to add another 2 points to the score. Wynberg now with a score of 34-26. There again, Reese collecting, reaching and dotting it down. He would be absolutely over the moon, like you guys can see there, of that try. Even his teammates getting around him there.
Grove made a change here. Antonio May, vice captain of the second 15, coming on for Enrique Franks. Huge loss Enrique will be.
Devin Pretorius with another great kick. He is using this wind. Learn from that first mistake, and he is slotting them. He can do this all day.
Yeah, the Grey Stand taking their turn now to spell out the name of their school. And Elgin Depree with a nice deep kick-off. Safe as houses there, Wynberg.
Great catch there from Lamb, the number 10. Looks like there could be a potential turnover. Gray's working hard for that ball. Yes, the turnover is good.
Butler. Dalglish is in space. Advantage there from ref Philip Bosch. We're off sides. Pedro with a good position. Feeds Ryan Adams. Again upright in the carry. He's driven back. Pedro. Debrier. Flat ball to Michal. Oh, he's smashed hard there. Oh, guys off the ball. And the referee wants to have a chat here. No advantage. Not sure what happened there.
It's quite a big hit there. The ref.
One big man, his poleaxe is out. It's cold, it looks like.
There's two Wynberg players on the pitch. I think that could be serious.
Two serious injuries here.
Fortunately, I can't see who the players are. Players slowly getting up there.
Might be Noche looking at that slight frame. Man is quite far away. Also being helped up is an injury on the far side.
He is standing up, which is great to note.
Many of the young old greys on the stand there. Another two board moms in picture. Supera Moras, the Wynberg motto. Wynberg forced to make a change here. Other man is back up on his feet. Not really sure that collision there, Adolf. Maybe a dummy runner making contact with the defender, possibly.
Absolutely, there was quite a big collision there. There are one player on the far side of the field. They are off. It looks like he could be Reese Bryce with that ankle. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll definitely have a look and keep you guys up to date. Looks like Wynberg has one player short in the scrum again. The defense now here need to work. Lamb.
Oh, Dupree under the poles. LJ Dupree. Easy as you like. Game on yet again. My word, neither side wants to give up here at Offenau. Great. Level things up. Sorry, my apologies. Getting overexcited here. 31 plays 36. And with a conversion, Gray can narrow this lead to 3 points. It's all happening here, to quote the great Bill Laurie. We'll see that again. Oh, this little sidestep. Lamb, no answer. And the gleeful dive. LJ Dupree finally see the man smile, and he's converted his own try. 33 plays 36.
This has been an epic battle here in PE, and there you can see the Wynberg boys cheering their players on.
Another beautiful kickoff. Cornet Slubbert gets hands on again. Lovely carry from Cornet. And now Gray with a slightly better angle for their clearance. Just inside their 22. Dupree, oh, and it finds an easy touch. Oh, carried back. The touch judges marching yards, and Wynberg with another attacking line-out.
I think here they'll go back to their default strike play, which has been working exceptionally well this afternoon. Alexander needs to make sure of that banker ball either middle or the front, and then the forwards need to leg drive it, and there we go with Liam Lotz setting that ball up. Gray working hard.
Great counter shot from Gray. Byron Peterson of the Kings worked harder than this week in that regard. New technique, fresh from the Pro 14. Working dividends with Wynberg with a good position.
Devin Pretorius there had a strong carry. Liam Lotz again. Nice little offload there.
Oh, Munro with an error. Sorry folks, 31-36. I'm assuming Dupree must have butchered that simple conversion. A great trial by 5 points.
And this game is going to go down to the wire. Gray would want to try and get out of their 22 here. Gray with a feed. The ball went out.
Dupree hacking it across his post, but the wind has looked after him a bit. Sorry folks, my apologies here, the conversion is over. 33 plays 36. And 10 minutes ago, a little knock on there. An option for Wynberg, scrum or line out. Taking the scrum. There we have another great Matt Wilson. Had the privilege of coaching the young man as a cricketer. Annoying little rubbish he was as a grade 10 boy. Good to see the guys are watching the game in the UK, and shout out to the men a few minutes ago in France. Lovely to have our old grades connecting with us from all over the world. And now Wynberg's chance for attack again and off.
Wynberg will go. Monroe to feed Lamb. Lamb goes with Sia. Great run there, great line. The ball went forward, unfortunately.
One of those situations, half the crowd loved the decision, the other half was saying, oh, what on earth is that, referee? Always very hard to time those runs accurately. Fortunately for the young men on the 10-metre line, giving the referee a visual marker to make sure of his decision. And now Gray with decision time. They've got to have a go. Again, Jared Bass, I wonder what he's calling. It's been an even matched scrum for both sides.
It's amazing to see the crowd of supporters come and support their home school and home team, and old boys and all the people from all over the world cheering on both teams. Wynberg, with a lot of family coming up to support their boys.
Oh, tight head.
Monroe with a lovely dart there, running on the blind side. Here comes the pick and go. James Pierce picked up there. Now it looks like it's Inga Mahalu picking up again. Monroe getting talking to his backline players. Sia now with the ball. Just slow play now. Liam Lotz with the carry. He's a very abrasive player. He loves to run at players. The phases are now clocking by. Just keep ball in hand. Rose still with the ball. Here comes another little run. Lamb with the ball now. Looking for the offload. Great block run there from the great player. Sia with a nice carry again. Wynberg still with the ball. That's an interesting play. Unfortunately, that ball did not go in the right direction. Devin Pretorius trying to go for that 3 points.
Quite surprised by that there from the decision maker. Wynberg have been getting over the advantage line at will here, and I think I'd want to stay down there. I'd want to keep my hands on the ball and run down these 7 minutes and possibly rack up some more points. And Gray breathe again. Dupree hasn't kicked to contest the ball, and Wynberg can come back on attack.
Monroe was looking for that option. The great player, he would have received man and ball. Monroe choose to carry. Yes, Inga Mahalu, strong number 8. Brett says knock. Silly mistakes there from the Wynberg. Very strong position. Unfortunately, it's a turnover ball, and Gray side have got a little relief there.
Wynberg will be very pleased with that scrum in the last engage. They managed to get they got the turnover with the tight head. And now Gray got to catch a wake up here. See Mark Onakia's come on for Warwick Griffin. He's backing down at loose head. It's unusual. He's a tight head as well. Gray with 2 tight heads on the field here. Ryan Adams off the back. Ronaldo Pedro. Oh, and it's a poor pass. And Wynberg managed to steam away here. Can he score?
Strong run there. Wynberg now on the ball, dipping and darting, looking for that open space. Ref says no, there was a mistake there. Penalty to Wynberg. And they will use his win, kick for the corner, and set up that driving maul and try and stretch this lead again. Wynberg has been reeling hard. Great defense, I must say, has been much better in the second half, and they've been making it difficult for the Wynberg guys to get through. And unfortunately, 1 or 2 silly mistakes from Wynberg costing them a knock or 2, but they can now set it up again there. Patrick Shavanga running hard down that line, that knee tightly strapped. Great ball there from the Wynberg players. Ball coming out loose. Monroe looking for Lamb. Lamb darting down. The forwards will have to do the hard work now. Again a mistake, a knock there from Wynberg. Gray under a lot of pressure here. big support from both schools now, urging their players on to either get points or make sure that the defensive line does not get broken.
They have not been solid the last couple of scrums. Silly, pretty poor error that's led to them being in this position. A minute or two over the last one, an attacking play down the short side. And another lineup quite deep. Looks like they have a go. Pedro feeds Dupre, who manages to find the safety of the touchline. But again, Wynberg with an attacking line out. And this is having a bit of a feeling of inevitability about it, folks. Yeah, shout out to the Bra Army over in France. Lovely to have you guys watching us. Surely there's better cuisine in France than boerewors and biltong.
Great to see all the support from all over the world and other in Cape Town, all in Grey. Guys, it can't be it's been an epic battle. Gray with the ball now.
Oh, Pedro, Dupre. Oh, that's hands in there. That could be a card. Advantage to the men in blue. Pedro to the short side. Shaq Adams with the carry. Jared Luntman has come into the field for Debisa and Giovanna by the looks of things. Laken Gray had a quiet game by his standards today, the young man. Gray again down the short side. Gladler spins out of the tackle. Gray have got to find a way to unlock this Wynberg defence and get down into Wynberg territory to try and score a try. That's been held up. I don't think there's any advantage. Oh, I'm surprised. This called advantage over there, Adolf. Gray went sideways.
Up there. And the Wynberg supporters, the whole schoolboy, they're getting right behind their team. Great team effort there to make sure that ball did not come out there. And Wynberg now surely must try and capitalize. We've got some injuries now in the field again. And these boys are putting their body on the line and they're really giving it all on both sides. I think both teams would like a win, either for their home crowd or from the Wynberg guys coming from far, long drive. And I think it'll be great to go home with a victory tonight. The first team boys will really appreciate they've been working hard. But I suppose both sides have been working and both sides are deserving of a win. And we're going to see in the last couple of minutes now who will come out victorious. The current score there, 36-33. Wynberg a narrow lead of 3 points. The pressure's on both sides.
I'll tell you, I'll put you on the spot here. Who is your man of the match if you had to pick one?
I think it's always going to be difficult. I think there's been exceptional play from both sides. Wynberg as well as Gray. And it's almost a coin toss between some players. Who's more deserving of some of the teams like Gray now, turning over that ball.
Love it. The carry there after the turnover on the ground by Matuweni. Dupre. He's got hands on. Mark Michal. Decisions to make. Goes over the top. Again knocked forward by Wynberg. Advantage to Gray. Where stays in? And Gray with another scrum deep in their half. I've got to push you. I've got to push you for a decision here off. If you're the pick, you put you on the spot here to choose a Liberty man of the match before the end of play. My pick, that man Pretorius. Wynberg has been rock solid with the boots. Carey's got a try as well, and he's defended the defensive turnover on Mark Michal to give Wynberg the lead. It was a critical moment in the game, and as the clock runs down, my man of the match is that young man Pretorius.
Devin Pretorius, a great player, wears his heart in his sleeve, he's prepared to give 100% all times. Gray now with the ball.
Tony May with breaks the first tackle. Oh, it's been ripped out. Matuweni gets hands on somehow after the turnover. And now Gray with a chance. Ryan Adams. Whoa, and he's got into touch. Is there time for a line out? Referee's having a look at his watch. No, there's still some time here. I think we've had a couple of injuries. But now Gray are going to need a turnover. I don't imagine there's much time left here. And I'm sure if Wynberg can get hands on, kick it out, they've won this game. Only their second win ever against Gray away from home.
They are going to make sure of this ball, and like you said, they're going to kick it out, take this, bank this win, and make sure no funny business at this late stage of the game. Get the ball out, take the win, and we've got a Devin Pretorius, like I said, great player. He's had a great game today. Liam Lott's collecting. Monroe will make sure that ball going out. Wynberg's the winners. It's been an epic game today. The Wynberg players running on the field. That has been a long time coming. Great play from both sides. A lot of the good, great players, I think, are a bit devastated. I think this game could have gone either way. Exceptional play from both sides. Wynberg capitalizing on one or two mistakes, using the wind in the second half to the advantage. It's been a great game and absolutely superb day for rugby. The boys played great game, and I think I just want to say thank you to the Grey parents, the supporters. It's always a great time here in Grey in PE. And the guys can be proud of their team. I think it's been an epic battle. It's been great to be able to commentate and
Got your man of the match there again, Devin Pretorius from Wynberg is your man of the match, the 10, the Liberty Life man of the match here today. And Wynberg epic seeds, definitely full value for their victory. They made better use of the conditions. A couple of opportunities early in the second half, and they managed to maintain a lead that Grey just couldn't chip away at. Pandemonium out in the Phillip field now, hoping those Wynberg boys will leave the advertising hoardings behind that they're flashing around there at off. But thanks very much, one and all, for joining us today. It's been a splendid day of schoolboy rugby and a splendid first team match. There has to be one winner, and it's Wynberg claiming their second ever victory on the Phillip field away from home against Grey High School. 33+36, Wynberg over Grey. Thank you very much for joining us. This is School Sports Live from Port Elizabeth. This is Fenner Barnard and Adolf signing out. Thank you.
He gets ready for Saturday morning cricket an hour before he has to. He practices his swing, telling anyone who'll listen that one day he'll face the best cricketers in the world. His dad hasn't told him yet that they've got tickets to the upcoming test match. Protect your future memories by ensuring the one thing that makes your son's dreams possible: your income. Follow the link to learn more about Liberty's income protection. Liberty, the advantage of knowing.